It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Dolphins and the Texans on Monday night.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Stroud looking to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They juked him. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Dolphins at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to the ground, Achane. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do,
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Tua on the bootleg here. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Stroud on 3rd down now. taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 43. Sheds him off at the 45. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Out to the right here to Wilson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. On 3rd down, Achane. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll run it. Achane with it. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Stroud. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Stroud sets up the play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Once more, it's Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A run straight ahead with Achane. And off to the races down the right side. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Holding offense.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. And Stroud now to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 15 brings up 2nd down.
Here's Stroud. Open man is Noah Brown. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Texans first down.
Stroud. And that's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
2 and now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achane
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins had 6 to their lead.
Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
On first down, here's Stroud. Got his man, Dell.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down. Pierce now up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. With it is Brown.
Houston set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Here is 3rd and 5. Stroud off the play fake.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Here is third down and 4.
Tua sets up to pass it.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
Stroud looking to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game. But it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Stroud to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, Tua.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
The Texans' 41-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Couple of Alabama guys there, Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Tua going to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
On play action, here's Tua. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Christian Harris
Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now out comes Houston. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Stroud on third down now. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Achane. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 24 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the gun, it's Tua.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
This will be caught once again by Brown.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here goes Stroud again. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Texans.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Now Stroud.
And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper...
Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Got his man down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
This will be caught by Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw.
Man open left side is Brown. Still fighting for more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47.
Stroud will look to throw once more. That's complete to Dell.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 1. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Texans.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Stroud.
Now he steps away.
And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
The throwing again is Stroud. Gets the dump off to Pierce. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Stroud to throw it.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. One final shot for CJ Stoud. Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
What's up, everybody? My name is David. Thank you for watching. Hello, my Madden Rebuild Warriors. Thank you for watching the Dolphins and the Texans. To let you know what you just watched, you watched one of the many games that we slow sim here. We slow sim every game. We are rebuilding this entire league, but we're focusing on 8 franchises. Check out some of the other videos I have posted to let you know who they are and how they got who, the free agent moves, the re-signings, the draft. It's all been documented. It's all uploaded. Every game gets uploaded in a slow sim. We have podcasts every week to fill you in on who's hurt, who has what stats, the standings. We try to keep you informed as much as possible. So please subscribe, catch up. We are finishing week 3 here, as you see, and we already recorded week 4. Just a matter of time before it gets uploaded. We'll have podcasts out and highlights. We have a new thing that's come out. It's a TD video. So all the TDs from each week will now be uploaded in one video, so you can bang through them real quick. But if you're interested in your team, you can watch all their videos, all their games. You won't miss a thing. So this is a rebuild for everybody, but more importantly, it's a rebuild of 8 teams that we are trying to compete against the CPU and ourselves to win a championship. The defending champs right now are the Ravens. We did the slow sim of the playoffs after the regular season and real NFL ended. Then we had off season of free agent signing and draft and all that. So everything is as detailed as possible. Try to keep you as informed as possible. So please like and subscribe. And I encourage you to interact and let me know in the comment section of the videos or what I can do to make your experience here better. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.